Hello everyone and welcome to Homunculus Gaming. Today we'll be taking a look at AirMech. AirMech is a action RTS developed by Carbon Games in which you quite aptly play a mech which can go in the air. When in flight form, you can pick up your units, travel much faster and over different types of terrain, as well as go over your buildings and get healed. You have one main type of building, which is the objective to destroy for the enemy team and vice versa, but there are many neutral buildings around the map which you can capture, and some give you special abilities for your team, such as faster construction or more resource generation. The thing about AirMech though is that your army and loadout is extremely customizable. There are 6 different AirMechs in the game right now, all with different abilities, statistics, and looks. But there are more here because there are skins that you can purchase and some that are slight variants off of each other. AirMech is free to play though, so some of these mechs have different skins and then other ones are skins as well as different statistics behind them. And also you are able to customize your pilot. Each different pilot has some pretty sizable differences and really changes the way that your mech performs as well as the way you should play optimally. On top of your pilot customization, there are some items you can choose from. Each of them gives some pretty minor adjustments to statistics, such as a percentage here or percentage there, nothing really massive or colossal. Then you have your cosmetic changes, which are obviously just cosmetic and nothing that's going to affect your gameplay, but still some pretty interesting things there, such as colored contrails or missile party streamers. But now to the really interesting stuff, customizing your army. These are the troops that you can spawn in your different buildings as well as pick up and put down and move around. These are the guys on the ground that get things done. So you can see there is quite a good variety of different soldiers you can take along with you, from your infantry to your tanks to your turrets and other things that will help you along. I really like how each of these feel really unique and they play a little bit differently than the other ones. I really see some of these upgrades and think, ooh, that's awesome, I want to upgrade and pick that up. I don't see many of them and just think, meh, it's nothing really interesting. They each are really cool and I want to see how they each work and operate. It's not just boring, monotonous, the same thing over and over. You can also change the color of your troops, and the level 2 ones also change the color of the bullets that you fire. So being a free-to-play game, they have to keep the lights on somehow over there at the studios, so you have to pay for most of these cosmetic things as well as the color changes, and also you can buy things like boosts and bundles and XP, and the currency in this game, which is the substitute for real currency, is called diamonds. And on the other hand, you have kudos, which is basically like your XP that you can spend. The more XP you earn, you level up outside of the game, and you can unlock different things depending on what level you are. And additionally, in the game, you level up your AirMech and can pick up different skills and abilities and that sort of thing. The business model seems pretty fair. You're not paying for power or anything like that. You can get ahead a little bit if you want to pay a couple bucks and unlock something early, but there's no real tactical advantage to buying things ahead of people. You're all going to be able to unlock it eventually as long as you play the right amount of time. It doesn't seem like they're scaled incredibly high where you have to invest an insane amount of time to unlock things. You can play a pretty sizable amount of time, and you can even play offline if you don't want to play against other players and practice against bots or that sort of thing, and you'll earn XP for 90 minutes every single day, so you don't just bot away and then people can unlock stuff like that and then sell the account. So that's why that feature is implemented. But some of the prices are a little out of whack. Like one of the saucers that doesn't seem that incredible or amazing looking costs $8.99, and it's just for a skin. It doesn't have any super amazing statistic abilities. It's just like, what? $8.99 for that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not even anything amazing. Like, it would even kind of sort of make sense, even though that price is ridiculous for a type of skin that takes this much work. $8.99 for something that is that small and low detail? It's no, that's way too high if you expect people to buy these kind of things. There are some planes which are just ridiculously awesome, like their new steampunk skinned planes. Those are insanely cool, and I even thought about picking them up myself. but those are even around like $5-6. I guess that's still pretty expensive for something of this caliber. I mean, really, it's only a small little detailed mech and another plane, and you have to do the animations for it flipping into each other. But that's a lot for something like this. I understand like $5 that kind of purchase price, but some of them are just out of this world. The game still isn't beta though, so they might switch around prices as they get closer to release. So if we just do a little bit more explanation as far as gameplay goes, you can see that I can fly my AirMech around in the air mode, and then whenever I go over suitable land, I can press shift and then he will transform into the mech mode. Additionally, you can fire primary with left mouse button in both modes and a secondary fire mode for most mechs with right mouse button. You can press Q anytime around the map to open up your army menu and fill up your queue with different types of army items. And then you can go over any one of your buildings and press space to pick up the different ones that are in there, and then you go over landing once again and press space to drop them down. You can give them different commands such as to attack, or even bind ones together such as ones that will heal each other and that sort of thing. Your buildings will also spawn creeps that will run along the map to the enemy's bases. That is an extremely basic understanding of the game, but it'll just give you more context of what you're looking at as we elaborate more on this game. Playing AirMechs for a little while mostly gives the impression that it's a MOBA in a strange sort of way, but that's probably because MOBAs are an incredibly popular genre, and that's the closest thing that people have to relate to it. But there's really a lot of different sort of elements that are coming together, and creep spawning is automatically a very easily associatable thing with the MOBA genre. Another thing is I really love the art style in this game. I'm really happy that they didn't go with a much serious, more looking kind of art or a much more comical looking art. It's a very nice balance of in between, and there's even very good graphic design in there. When a tank or some other kind of vehicle blows up, it'll be the carcass of it lying there and there's smoke and flame going everywhere. It's very cool looking. Additionally, when there's huge explosions going off or you're being hit a bunch, there's like screen shake and blur going on, but it's not enough that would make it extremely obtrusive. It's very hard to notice even sometimes when you're super absorbed in the gameplay. It is just this little effect that draws you in even deeper and makes explosions and impacts like that have more feeling. Not just little insignificant explosions going on below you. You feel them and they're much more meaty, I would say. Another thing is, I love how different the mechs feel. Every single mech feels extremely unique to that mech type. It's not like you can swap from one mech to another mech and have the exact same feel with them. Most of them have completely different skills, and they even feel different in the speed and damages they do. I do, however, hope they plan on implementing some different types of mechs instead of just different types of skins for them down the road. 6 is an awesome number to launch with, but these kind of games really depend on people spending a bunch of time with different types of mechs and becoming emotionally attached to them and then wanting to pick up a skin for them that's completely unnecessary. I do also feel it's super important for them to get those prices lower somehow down the line. But once again, still in beta, so hopefully we'll see some price changes later on down the line. I also think it's worth noting that the maps look really cool. It seems like a ton of work was put into them and making them look very different and feel different from each other. I feel like one of the most important things about AirMech though is it's just fun. Something about it is just ridiculously fun. You can march along with your army of tanks and their support units behind them with your minigun blasting away, or you can fly around above dropping bombs on different things around the map. That's the most important thing about a game, is it being fun and being able to consistently deliver that fun over time. And I gotta say, they nailed something when it comes to that. This game is fun and it nails it over and over again. I just hope that when it is released, it does get the proper attention and media coverage so that enough people are drawn away from different free-to-play games coming out and the ones that have held their attention for so long now. There's even some draw out there for the competitive community, as there are ranked and unranked games, as well as enough content to make interesting and different types of meta. hopefully they'll be able to update the game enough and keep prices low enough that people will continually buy skins, so it's economically viable to continue supporting the game. AirMech is an open beta, so if you do want to play it for free, there's a link in the description. When you do make your account, enter in the referral field Homunc, H-O-M-U-N-C. Maybe someday we'll even see a Homunculus Gaming themed pilot or some other items like that in the future. Probably not, but we'll see what we can do. As always though, thanks for watching. This was Homunculus Gaming. If you found this video entertaining, informative, or simply just killed a couple minutes at work, I'd really appreciate your like and favorite. If not, leave me a comment letting me know why. You can click the video there to see the last one if you missed it, or click there to subscribe if you never want to miss another video, and stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and updates. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.